Yo, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy, it's your mans. Sorry, man, I've been like out of just not recording videos. I've just been so busy, dude, like shooting almost every day. Or editing, or all kinds of other stuff. But I'm back. Because I know you're panicking, and you're panic selling, and you're like, ah! Because there's so much FUD going around. FUD is fear, uncertainty, and doubt. There is so much FUD happening across the board. All right, man. So, first of all, Let's see. Where do we start here? Where do we start? First of all, Biden's executive order. I know that's a hot topic. You know, TLDR, they're not going to ban Bitcoin. Do you know? All right, look, I've been in crypto 5 years. Do you know how many times I heard they were going to ban Bitcoin? Do you know how many times I've heard the U.S. government is going to ban Bitcoin? Oh, here it comes, regulation. It's going to ban it. Oh, well, why would you buy something when it's just going to get regulated into oblivion? Here's the thing you got to understand, okay? Like if Bitcoin couldn't be regulated, if Bitcoin could be regulated to the point where like somebody could stop you from sending a transaction or confiscate your coin, it wouldn't exist. Nobody would want it. Why would we want it? That's just like using USD. Yo, you got to use your brain here. You got to really think. Why would a currency that could just be banned and could just be, garnished and seized and all this stuff, why would we want this? Why would anybody want it? You got to think to yourself, like, why would you think that would be something people would want to hold on to? It wouldn't be. People wouldn't want to hold on to that. You know what I mean? So like, when you hear this stuff, like you just got to realize that, nah, people don't want it. People wouldn't want it. So when they say that, oh man, here it comes, Biden's coming to take your Bitcoin. Like, no, you can't take it, man. You can't take it. How would they regulate it? The only regulation they could put on it is stopping you from buying Bitcoin. That's it. That's all. That's it. It's like drugs, right? Like with drugs, it's illegal to buy. It's illegal to sell. It's illegal to have it. But if you do it, not illegal. If you say, hey man, I just shot some dope in my arm, to the cop. The cop would be like, all right. You know what I mean? You're using the drug. They can't really ban that. Can't really regulate that. It's hard to prove. You could be intoxicated in public. You could drive under the influence. Those things are illegal. Using it, it's kind of like that, right? The only thing that they could do, stop you from buying it, stop you from selling it into US dollars. But here's the thing. You got to understand. Okay, let's say they do that. Do you know how many Fortune 500, Fortune 100 companies, banks have been clamoring to get into the space to be able to buy and sell crypto to and from you? You know what I mean? They're not going to ban it, bro. They're just not going to ban it. Not at this point. The EU came out. So we're still waiting on Biden's executive order, which from what I can gather from the articles I've read, all he's doing is creating an executive order to put together a team that will analyze crypto. Yo, that's like the dumbest thing in the world. That's just merely a deflection. Like, all right, you want me to regulate crypto? Okay, I'm about to do it. And just deflecting that off somewhere, just shielding himself to, I'm gonna put together a team and they're gonna really look into it, you guys. Watch out, crypto. Like, dude, I've been looking into crypto for 5 years. You're telling me that you don't have a team right now? As far as crypto's been out, as much people that have owned crypto, bought and sold crypto, got rich off crypto, You telling me that, you know, you can't find somebody that knows? Like, come on, bro. You don't have somebody that could just give you a report? Like, what are you talking about? It's just, it doesn't make any sense, you know? So it's BS. It's like nonsensical. It's garbage. I wouldn't put too much thought into it. I wouldn't give too much energy into that. The EU comes out, Berger, some dude named Berger, literally that's his name, last name's Berger. This guy says, yeah, you know, we're not banning it, and we're not banning proof of work systems. Like, okay, all right. Look, you know what I know you guys do? You guys listen to YouTubers, okay? You maybe you're on Twitter, you're probably on Facebook, and you follow this one friend that really doesn't know about crypto, but you think they know about crypto because they talk about the government all the time, and you really just follow that dude, and you follow what that dude says, and you make your buying and selling decisions off of what that guy says. You know what I mean? But you don't really look for articles or proof or, you know, the things that actually happen. Like, you don't really look for that. Right? Because everybody's like, oh, it's going to happen to ban. The EU is going to ban Bitcoin. Oh, America's going to ban Bitcoin. And then, you know, they come out with the thing. But you guys, I don't hear any news after that. I don't hear any news like, hey, we blew this out of proportion. Oh, you know, we were widely incorrect in sensationalizing this ban that didn't actually happen. You know what I mean? I don't see that. I don't see the posts on that, you know? So, yeah, man. It's tough. It's tough to deal with y'all, man. I see y'all panic sale, getting scared. All right, here's the other thing. The Bitcoin is correlated to the stock market. Okay, there are times of correlation. But it's hard to say that it's correlated to the stock market if literally all markets take a hit on the same day. It's hard to say that, number one. Number two, there are times, I'm going to give you that. There are times where the equities markets and Bitcoin or cryptocurrency markets are correlated in a way. In a way, correlated. But number three, look, this is trace, you feel me? Look, number three, how could I put it, man? It's not correlated. It's not really that correlated. Bitcoin is an extremely resilient. It's an extremely resilient market. Crypto is an extremely resilient market. You can have drawdowns across the board in all markets, and you'll see Bitcoin or crypto bounce back much sooner. You will see drawdowns in the crypto market, or you'll see Bitcoin ranging sideways, which is what it's doing right now. It's ranging sideways, not necessarily breaking macro trend support, which if you look at technical analysis, it's those rising or falling wedges, right? You draw a line from the bottom of, price support previously, as far back as you want to go, and you draw a line to hit all the bottoms of support that you see up until the present, and that becomes like a macro trend line. And it doesn't break below that macro trend line. It stays within the wedge. These are bullish signals. I'm not saying Bitcoin won't drop. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that the price won't go down from here. But what I am saying is that it's not necessarily correlated to commodities markets. You're selling Bitcoin, right? You want to sell Bitcoin for US dollars, right? All right, here's the thing, man. The US dollar is an asset that is guaranteed to lose you money. Guaranteed to lose you money. Look, if you're trading like day to day, week to week, month to month, maybe, okay, I can see where you could find, moments where whatever asset, especially crypto, might be lower in value than you holding cash for that. Month to month, day to day, week to week. I can see that. Year to year, if you think holding your cash year to year versus holding crypto or holding almost any other asset, if you think that that's better, you need to seriously rethink your position. Like, you need to start coming with data, because you're just probably going off this mantra, cash is king. You know? Like, you know, this is what you're thinking. Like, oh, cash is king. I should just have cash. Yeah, cash. I want more cash. I want more cash. I don't want more cash. Like, yeah, I want more cash so I can buy more Bitcoin. You know what I mean? When I tuck something away, I want to tuck it in Bitcoin. Why? Because nobody can take my Bitcoin, and Bitcoin on average gains 200% in value year over year. If you extrapolate the gains over the last 10 years, it typically does 200% per year over the last 10 years. It's actually 11 years now, or 12, or whatever it is. Look, man, I don't know how to get it through to you guys, man. Stop listening to like the people who only focus on price, don't really know crypto. Like, if dudes are just talking about price all the time, if all you can talk about Bitcoin is price, if anybody ever says the phrase insert noun is going to kill Bitcoin, or insert noun is going to shut Bitcoin down, or insert noun is going to take your Bitcoin, or insert noun is going to regulate Bitcoin into oblivion, that person doesn't know what they're talking about. That person has a gross misunderstanding about Bitcoin, about cryptocurrencies. They're very far off, extremely far off. Do not listen to that person. Please, please. That's a red flag. They're going to stop people in Russia from transacting Bitcoin. Red flag. No, they can't do that. It's Bitcoin. Can't happen. You know what I mean? You know, here's the other thing, right? Like, the Bitcoin commercial, it's not a 30-second one or a minute one. And it's not real. It's on TV, but it's playing out on a global stage. Both sides, Ukraine, and Russia, both of them are using Bitcoin in lieu of their current fiat currency, and also in lieu of gold. You know what I mean? Like, people aren't taking gold, people are taking crypto. People are using crypto to transact. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Both sides, the country that's invading and the country that's getting invaded. The country that's getting sanctioned and the country that's getting humanitarian aid, both are using Bitcoin? Both are requesting Bitcoin? Those are like the two most dire scenarios of any country. One country is exhausting its resources, receiving, you know, what do you call it? Receiving, you know, becoming a global pariah, right, on the world stage, and having governments use its regulatory resources to prohibit that country from importing and exporting. It's massive. That's massive. Abandoning, you know, contracts to purchase goods from those countries. That country is in extremely dire economic, in an extremely dire economic, political, geopolitical, and militaristic situation. And they want Bitcoin. What? Then you have another country. Come on, man. We got to put these pieces together. Another country whose markets have now fallen into instability because there's no stability in government. There's little faith in government that it can protect its citizens and its borders. And quite frankly, its focus is not on economic stability right now. And they want Bitcoin. What? What? Should be the writing on the wall for you. This is one of the most epic Bitcoin commercials to ever play out. Like, this couldn't be a better commercial for Bitcoin. I'm not making light of the suffering that's going on. I don't think that that's right at all. I'm not a fan of war. And I know I haven't seen a just war in my lifetime. But, whew, it's a crazy commercial for Bitcoin. You know what I mean? And You have exchanges. Man, here's a power, okay? Exchanges are like banks that allow people to buy and sell crypto, okay? They have to submit to the regulatory bodies of the countries, of the people that they service, or they will be blocked out, right? So, they're making a lot of money right now, a real lot of money right now. And if they decide to go against the system, they will not make as much money, once they're kicked out of that country, once they're not allowed to do business in that country. They can't operate there. And the governments have asked these exchanges, hey, exchanges, I want you to stop all trading going on in Russia. No more buys and sells in Russia for cryptocurrency. And the exchanges said no. The exchanges said, nah, we're good. No, we don't have to do that. Why? Because it's not the Russian people. It's not the Russian people that they have a problem with. It's the government. Why should you stop the people from being able to buy and sell cryptocurrencies, amidst like one of the worst financial events of their time? You know what I mean? That should tell you everything you need to know. Okay. Now you do have some exchanges like Coinbase. Look, Coinbase, don't use Coinbase, please. Nobody out there, if you're watching this, stop using Coinbase. Stop. Don't use it. It's the feds. Okay. It's like XRP. They want so badly to be on the side of regulation. They want so badly. They would love to be regulated. Okay. So Coinbase said, yeah, government, you're right. Screw those Russian people over there. We're stopping all their transactions and buys and sells of cryptocurrency. That's what they did. So they said, yeah, stop. But that's Coinbase. They chose to do that. All the other exchanges said, nah, we're good. We're good. They can still buy and sell on our platform. Now, what did they do next? They turned off SWIFT in Russia. What is SWIFT? SWIFT is a 1970s technology for processing payments. It doesn't even process the payment. It just allows the banks to send messages to each other that allows them to record payments. It's so dumb. It's the dumbest thing ever. It's from the 70s. It's like if you were rolling around your car with a rotary phone. You know what I mean? Like, what would be the point of that? But anyway, they turned off SWIFT. They landlocked Russia from its banks being able to, make foreign purchases and payments. Whatever. And that's how they got around that, because they couldn't stop the crypto thing. So they had to stop the fiat joint. This should tell you everything you need to know, man. If you're studying, bro, if you're taking a good look at this, you know what I mean? Like, you'll really see this for what it is. I've been hearing forever, they're going to ban crypto. They're going to ban crypto. They're going to ban crypto. Every time somebody tells me that, you know what I ask them? This is what I ask them. Swear. Scout's honor. You feel me? This is what I ask them. Every time. How? How are they going to ban it? Can you please tell me? Oh, wise one. Please tell me how they're going to ban it. Don't worry, I'll wait. And I wait. And they don't have an answer. Or they give an answer that isn't possible. You know what I mean? They're just going to turn it off. They're just going to kill it. The government has hackers too, bro. They're just going to hack it, bro. Like, all that stuff is nonsense. Like, you're talking to somebody who doesn't know what they're talking about if they're saying anything like that. Stop listening to these people. Okay? And it's crazy, man. People would rather be right than correct. You know what I mean? They want to think that they're right versus thinking that they're correct or knowing that they're correct. It's a peculiar phenomenon. Anyways, that's my 2 cents. I love you. Hope everything goes well. Hope everything goes great for you. Maybe tomorrow or next video, we'll talk more about price. You feel me? But today, we're really just talking about why you really just try not to panic sell. I mean, if you have to sell because you need the money, I get it. But if you're selling just because you're afraid, I wouldn't do that. And if your mental health is in anguish because of the cryptocurrency market, maybe you should just get out. If it's better, if you're going to keep your sanity, you know what I mean? Then, versus investing in crypto. I'd rather have my sanity than crypto. But, I'm okay with these drops. You know what I mean? Like, I've been living with this for a long time. Plus, I spent so much time with Bitcoin under 10K. I'm not even tripping right now. This is so high for me. It's like super high. The bull run's still going. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, that's my 2 cents. Love you. Be safe. Peace.